Okay, so hello everybody, how? My name is William, and today I'm going to talk about the plastic bag ban that's here in California. Okay? I already talked about, yeah, I've been talking about, since many people are talking about education way too much. I want to take a break from that right now and talk about something else. The plastic bag ban. Now, yeah, so so California has been plastic bag starting it started January 1st, 2026 is when plastics be made into recycled common or recycled paper bags. So that's why. Here are the bag requirements right here. So we are enacted of SB turn 70. So here's a city and counties, office by Attorney General, the authority of the enforce of the requirements. Free checkout bags, recycled paper, carry-out bags. If you need questions or tell of the anything of the compliance, solve your Lingo console. If a person reports violations of the Attorney General's office using the online reporting form, the local district it's the attorney or goes to his office or a violation occurred. So carry out bag requirements, effective January 1st, 2026. Right here. So SB 1053. Black Spear, effective 483. Statutes 2024. Okay, and then best restrictions of the type of bags of the most grocery stores retail bags with the pharmacy, convenience stores, food, marks, and liquor stores. And this was and now the pre-checkout bag requirement was in effective January 1st, 2025. SB 1046, Eggman, Chapter 91, Statutes of 2022. Best restrictions on the types of the pre-checkout bags. Most grocery stores, retail stores, with pharmacy facility of the convenience stores, food marts, and liquor stores that may provide to customers. Requirements of 15-inch of the home and okay. Now, a paper carry-out bag must meet the following requirements. Oh, and looks like there's a I'll put that. Okay, so requirements, not expulsions. Okay, now stores are not allowed to provide customers without paying of the sale, recycled paper bag, and bag of the ours, except of the student of the certified. But right here, and then section 4000. Okay, electronic services. Okay, but it's right here. Effective January 1st, 2028, recycled paper carryout bags must contain a minimum of 50% post-consumer recycled materials. Okay, well, this is something I have to get into right now. I've been talking about this, but why they want to do this thing? You know, so they want to do is have recycled paper carryout bags having 50% most consumer recycled materials in January 1st, 2028. Okay. Well, here it says right here, recycled paper bags and carryout provider with the customer store meeting recycle requirements. So number one, accepted recycled paper bags of the curbside programs to households must access the curbside or recycle programs of the state and has been a bag of the name of the manufacturer, the city of the word bag is manufactured, the city percentage of the consumer content. A, intended to contain about 50% consumer post-consumer recycled materials, and B, the requirements of the subparagraph. A, applies on after January 1st, 2028. What's this part? Oh. Oh, this is the Confident State Brand Pharmacy. Oh, I see. And here, is this shall be in effect until January 1st, 2030, when the state as the state is repealed. Not saying any other law. Repeal this section and there's the strategic review by the appropriate committees of legislator. So they want to. So this pharmacy thing, they want to be this effect until January 1st, 2030. Okay. But I did not even know that part. Okay, but. But yeah, as you can see is, starting on January 1st, 2028, they want paper bags here in California to be more recyclable. You know, but here with 50% post-consumer recycled materials. You know, that's why. Why did this plastic bag ban happen? Well, it was from 2014. When people vote yes on the paper on this paying 10 cents for bags, that's how it started. So, I'll let you take a look at more of this if you want to know. But now, excuse me, do you like the plastic bag ban here in California, or you don't? Just asking you a question. You know, my dad's not worried that much about it because we bring our own bags to the store. You know, that's why. And you know, this is something you have to learn about. Yeah. And if you like the plastic bag here in California, and if you don't, that's okay. You know, it's okay if you don't. And you might understand why, you know. And what do you think about paper bags being more recyclable in January 1st, 2028? I think I'll be very supportive of that. You know, I really hate age verification, but this thing, recyclable carry-out bags with more recyclable materials. Well, that's something I would support if you haven't, this is something I would support. I would support this bill, but but if you don't support this bill right here, paper bags making more recyclable with more recyclable materials in June 1st, 2028. Get in the comments below, because it's something I have to learn about anyway. I don't know, but if you like this, if you like the plastic bag ban, let me know. If you don't, that's okay. We're here to talk about this, and that's fine. To talk more about stuff, about other laws we have here in California besides the law I'm trying to remove. Yes, I did call my representatives to remove AB 1043. Yes, I did. I've been calling them. I think ever since March, beginning of March is when I started calling them about that. Well, no, I started calling them in the beginning of February, but I started to be okay with it until I learned how bad it is. And then I started calling representatives about it to remove it. I haven't heard anything back from the seat if it's removed yet. So, and yeah, I learned what ABC and I learned what AB 1043 is. It's age vacation on all operating systems, which is not good. But But right now I'm talking about more. But right now I'm trying to talk about more things, so that's why. Yeah. So you want to know why California has banned plastic bags? Well, let's take a look. But first, let's go back on Brave browser. Because I was on Microsoft Edge. And I'm sorry for being that, and I'm sorry for that anyway. Okay. There. And I want to show you why. So I'll show you why California didn't ban plastic bags. Let's learn about that today, okay? And then we can learn about more. Alright, so let's see. Okay, let's read about this, alright? Okay, so let's read about the plastic bag ban, alright? And you can learn about this, alright? So, California banned plastic bags permitting to recycle to reduce plastic pollution and protect the environment. Alright. Especially in its oceans and waterways. The original 2014 ban and SB 270 aimed to eliminate single-use plastic bags, but loopholes are allowing thicker recyclable plastic bags to be sold for 10 cents, and these bags are marketed as recyclable and reused, but in practice, most are not reused, recyclable, or used recycled, contributing about to a 47% increase of plastic bag waste from 2014 to 2022, according to the CalRecycle. Plastic bags are a major source of pollution. Yeah, and they break down into microplastics and contaminate systems, harm marine life, and have been found in human blood, organs, reproductive systems, and they are also clogged, storm drain, littered landscapes. In 2014 to 2026 update, the driven by Senate Bill 1053 closed the loopholes, banning all plastic bags checkout, including the thicker of the versions, starting in January 1st, 2026. It ensures the recycled paper bags with a minimum of 40% post-consumer content and reusable bags are available in reducing plastic waste and manufacturer account of the recyclable claims. And it reflects the California's leadership of environmental policy backed by strong public support. And 86% of voters support the plastic reduction policies. Just let you know. Oh, here, and I have it on Google. So California banned plastic bags and communicating of the definitive elimination plastic without the bags by 2026 under SB 1053. The drastically reduced of the plastic weight of the waste polluting oceans, landfills, and ecosystems. This new closes loopholes in the 2014 ban, and specifically targeting thick, reusable plastic bags that are used and recycled. Key reasons of the bag include environmental protection. The plastic bags are major source of the pollution, killing wildlife and polluting oceans, rivers, and landscapes. Failure of the reusable loophole of the 2014 ban allowed of the thicker plastic bag. The studies that have found that were still not being recycled were simply created by a new waste stream. Reducing microplastics. The plastic bags break down into harmful microplastics, which increasingly found in water, food, and human bodies. Now, recyclable sustainability. The new law forces a shift toward reusable bags or recyclable big bags, which must contain at least 50% recycled content by 2028. And an overwhelming support. The move follows public demand to stop plastic pollution, the source of 92% of folders concerned of domestic use plastic waste. The ban applies to a cycle of retail stores, allowing only paper reusable bags and checkout as of January 1st, 2026. Okay. Now we all did that out of the way. Now we need to learn about this part. Paper bags mean at least 3%, mean it contain at least 3% recycled content by 2028. Well, let's talk about that part now. Because it's something in the future I have to learn about. Okay, so let's read about the plastic bag. Okay, let's read about this. All right. About this 2028 thing. Okay, so California's plastic recyclability will increase by 2028 due to the Senate Bill 54 and which mandates up to at least 30% of all plastic packaging sold and distributed in the state of the recyclable by January 1st, 2028. This law shifts responsibility of the consumers to plastic producers, requiring them to design packaging and that kind of effectively recycled and composted. To meet this goal, producers must ensure that packaging is recyclable within California's existing recycling infrastructure, submit data, demonstrate of the conveyance of the CalRecycle and State Recycling Authority. Contribute of the California Plastic Pollution Migration Fund, which receives $500 million from some of the plastic industry of the support of the cycle programs. Infrastructure of the pollution cleanup. Additionally, the distributes of the produce of the Recyclability Organization Pro oversees combination of the cycle systems. Progression of the sorting of the drive innovation of the suitable packaging. This measures collectively in sort of the plastic production of the recycle rates, and they remain 100% nationwide. By 2032, the target increases of the 65% recyclability with 100% of single-use plastic of the packaging required of the recyclable or compostable. The 2008 milestone, Quick will stop achieving as a long-term vision. All right, here's it is on Google. So plastic bags will be more recyclable in California 2028 due to the primary bill of the Bill 54, SB 54, also known as the Plastic Bag Pollution Prevention, the Packaging Producer Responsibility Act. This law mandates the plastic producers of the 3% recycling rate for the plastic packaging by 2028. along with the significant reductions of the single-use plastics of the invested of the recycling infrastructure. Why plastics improved by 2028 under SB 54? The mandatory recycling targets. The law creates massive ramp-up mandated recycle rates starting at 30% in 2028 and aiming at 65% in 2032. And the producer accountability. The shifts account of recycling taxpayers to producers manufacturers. $500 million an annual of the fund of the enhanced recycling infrastructure and clean up pollution. Reducing the plastic waste. Producers are required to ensure the single use of the packaging foodware either recyclable or compostable by 2032. And phase out of polyester. The law places severe restrictions on the expand of the polystyrene, styrofoam, food containers, aiming of the phase out of the increase overall packaging recyclability. Okay, sugar labeling SB 343. Supported California laws. California is restricting the use of the chasing arrows symbol only to use those items are sold of the percent label recycling centers of preventing recycling. By 2028, these measures will shift and focus segmenting of the plastic of the ensuring it is properly processed of the new products. Okay, so they want to make it food. Okay, so they want to make single-use packaging foodware and recycle compostable by 2032. Okay, so now you know more about the plastic bag ban. So I'm not sure if you support this. You know, plastic bags being recyclable in California in 2028. They said right here, 30% more recyclable, and then 65% in 2032. So. So, I don't know if you like this or not. You can let me know in the comments below if you believe that, if you like but let's read more about the paper bags. Okay, so let's read more, okay? I'm gonna read more about the paper bags. Alright, so let's read more about the paper bags. I want to read more about this, okay? So starting January 1st, 2028, paper bags will be over checkout in California will be required to be at least 50% consumer recycled materials. Okay, this regulation is a Senate Bill 1053. Its name increases the content of paper bags and make it more suitable environmental friendly. By mandating this recycled content, this well reduces the demand of virgin paper and papers, lowers of the environmental kind of reduction of the state of the promoter of the minimizing waste of this economy. This requires of the stability of the paper bags of both sale, grocery stores, pharmacies, and convenience stores. While paper bags are already more recyclable than plastic, the new standard of the ensures the paper bag of the could use recycle of the in California reduced its reliance of the materials rather than plastic pollution. Alright, now it says right here, in January 1st, 2028, paper bags in California will be more suitable because the state law, Senate Bill 1023, requires them to be at 50% of most consumer recyclable materials. This mandate increases of the cycle content of the dependence on virgin paper and ensures of the paper bags, which will replace plastic bags aligned with circular economy goals. Maintaining of the cycle content. The law means that by 2028, the paper bags provided to checkout in groceries, convenience, and liquor stores contain of the minimum of the 50% of the cycle fiber. Closing a loophole. This regulation follows the 2026 ban reusable plastic bags, which often are actually reused of the 30% increase of the plastic in landfills of the Calorie Cycles data, and is provided by the Long Beach Post. Okay, but unlike a high density reusable plastic bags of the recycled and accepted by the California government of it programs, sensitivity focus, this change is a sign of the short of the sheer power of the reduces of the impact of rather than creating new sorts of waste. So, they want to make paper bags more recyclable, huh? And more sustainable. And January 1st, 2028. Yeah. I don't know if you're gonna like this. You can let me know in the comments below if you support this part. If you support this, having paper bags being more, having 50% recycled materials in January 2028. You can let me know in the comments below if you know about that and if you like this. Well, I mean, I even like this part, paper bags being more recyclable in January 2028. You can let me know in the comments below if you like this or not. I will probably be supportive. I'll probably be supportive of this than I am on age verification, but Now, I would be more supportive of this if I had nothing. If I haven't, if it, you know, if I have nothing to do with you know, this is why, you know, do you support this bill or not? You can leave any comments below if you believe that this is going to be great of paper bags being more recyclable in 2028. I think I'm going to be liking this, you know. Well, let me know in the comments below if you like this, you know. If you don't, that's okay. You know, we can always talk about this band, and you know, if you like this, you know, that's why. But if you did not know that the paperbacks would be more sustainable and more recyclable in California in January 2028, now you know. You know, that's why. I don't know how long I'm going to be talking about this. Okay. All right. Well, there's other things I want to talk about in California very soon. I want to talk about the gun laws here in California, and I want to talk about the traffic laws we have here in California, as well as the e-bike laws. I want to talk about that too. You know, that's why. You know, I wanted to take a break about it. I want to take a break of age vacation and start talking about other things. But don't worry, I'm still gonna be, you know, I'm still gonna be calling representatives to remove, well, to make sure AB 1043 is removed. But I'm trying to make more videos about other things because, you know, there's other things we have to learn about here in California as well, besides just age vacation. That's why. And if you like the plastic bag ban, and if you can leave any comments below. If you don't, that's okay. You know, it's just something you might have to learn about. And if you like them being more recyclable, and you're usually being supportive, being more recyclable, that's something you have to learn about too. You know, because, you know, this is what they're starting. Because it's what this is what's starting. Paper bags, having more recyclable materials in January 1st, 2028. You know, I don't know if you support this or not. You can leave in the comments below. Anyway, I'll talk more about this so that you can learn about this. And don't worry, I'll keep an eye on EP 1043. The H vacation on Ombre systems, and so I have to call my representatives about this. Okay. But I hope you don't know more about this, the plastic bag band. Anyway, I think I'll be talking about I think I'll talk about the gun laws that we have here in California. Maybe I'll talk about that next. Okay, and I'll talk about that. So that way, if you want to know to own a weapon here in California, I will talk about that, because the Bible does say the Christians should own a weapon, so I'll talk about that next video maybe. Okay, so anyway, I'm yawning right now, so I have to go to bed pretty soon anyway. I have to go right now. But I'll let you know what we talk about next video, because I have to go right now. Alright, so please make sure you watch my Go to Heaven video on Rumble. Okay? Right here. On Rumble. Yeah, I didn't see everything. Okay, so there it is. So please make sure you watch my Go to Heaven video on Rumble. Okay? Right there. I'll take a look at that later. Anyway. So yeah, please watch that on Rumble. And even new, yeah, please follow me on Rumble, and you can also follow me on YouTube and BitChute, and you can also subscribe to me on YouTube and BitChute as well. You know, and yes, please stay tuned for more videos. I have to go right now, so thank you for watching this video. Rejoice, say goodbye. Adios, Zai Jan.